gotta smell good.
For what?
For camera. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to She's All That, where we don't chase,
We attract.
evolve,
And elevate.
Hey.
Period.
Yeah, it's good to be back finally after a year. Took some time to get this next episode out, but sometimes you just have to realize that you can't do it all, and it's okay. So I'm really excited. I have our special guest here today.
Who's that? Oh, it's me. Hi, I'm Isabella Mallow, aka Bella, aka Isa, and a lot of other AKAs. So yeah, hi, here I am.
I'm so happy to have you. You were the first guest. There's no way you just did that. Hello.
My inner child, I can't sit still.
Right, so I'm so excited to have Bella on for the first time. And today we're just going to be talking about a little bit of our gym life, nutrition, a little bit of bodybuilding, a little bit of everything. So I'm really excited to have you here to talk about this topic. So we're going to start out with a little bit of intros for both of us. So I want to know how you started, how you got into the gym, how you got into fitness, and like what made you make those kind of like lifestyle changes.
So I started off as a gymnast, and I started when I was 6 years old. I had an injury and then I couldn't go back to the sport. And then I just like did cheerleading in high school. Always stayed like an athlete. And it wasn't until COVID year that I really went to Empower Fitness. That was at the time my mom's gym. And at first, I'm not gonna lie, I hated it. But when COVID happened and there was nowhere else to go, I started going to the gym. And I also was a little bit not overweight, but just on a little bit of the thicker side. Wasn't happy with my physique at the time, and I really wanted to like get my endurance up for cheerleading, etc. And I started going, and there was two younger females like around my age that started going. We did PTs and took the classes, and the classes is what made me, the group classes, when I started working out with like the community of women and really getting to know everybody, that's when I really fell in love with it. And then of course when I saw the results, that's what really kept me going. And we competed, and it's been 5 years, a little bit over 5 years from now, and here we are, still loving the gym.
Well, congrats to you. As far as for me, I feel like my journey, I've also been pretty athletic throughout my life. I was in dance, folklorico, soccer, anything that my mom could put me in, I was there. So I was always pretty active. But I did have a certain event happen when I was almost 21. I had to have one of my ovaries removed, which will be another episode. Don't worry, guys. Have a whole episode. But I feel like at that time, it was also after COVID, and I felt like really lost in my fitness. I was going to the gym, but I wasn't seeing results, and I didn't really understand what that meant, like seeing results meant. Yeah. I just kind of assumed that it was like, oh, you go to the gym every day and you should be changing. Like, no, there's so many other factors that go into, 100%. Changing. And so I walked into Empower. I was kind of doing like investigations on different gyms in the city, and I saw Empower, and I'm like, oh, it's an all women's gym. And I thought the same thing. I'm like, oh, is it for older women? Like, I don't know. I'm kind of scared to try it. But the second I walked in, and everyone was so welcoming, and I was kind of scared because I kind of thought it was like a boot camp style class. Yeah. So I was kind of like, oh, is this what I need? I don't know. I didn't know what I needed, but I needed to just do something different. So as soon as I took the first class, I'm like, wow, it's not even the what kind of training we do there, but it's the environment that definitely kept me going. Yeah, and the energy. And just being around so many people that they want this to be their lifestyle. It's like, this needs to be a lifestyle for everybody. So it made me really excited, and it got me right back on track to healthy eating and just kind of getting back into the gym, meeting new people, and then competing as well. Kind of just changed my life, and it's still continuing to change it. So I'm like, it's my second year of really, I've been working out forever, but actually taking it serious, like knowing what it means, and especially being a personal trainer now, I feel like it's been a couple years, so it's really, really exciting.
Yes, I love that for you.
Yeah.
We've evolved so much.
We have.
So much. Yeah. And I believe 100% in when you first initially walk into the gym, yes, you're like scared. And it is intimidating, but I'm telling you, we were there too. Yeah. Everybody starts there, where you're scared. You don't know. You look at the machine. You don't know what you're just overall intimidated and you feel like you're gonna look stupid, etc. But once you find that community and you keep going and you get over that fear, like it's the best thing ever.
It is.
The gym
really
is honestly
like the best
the best feeling.
It's our happy place. Like we can literally
It
go
really
there,
is.
have fun,
Release anger,
honestly,
anything.
Literally anything, any emotions, any thoughts, and it's just good to know that you're there with people that have like the similar mindsets, and they're also going through something, but they're pushing past it. They're pushing past their limits, and they're going in the gym every single day, regardless of how they're feeling. So that's what is so like empowering for me, because it doesn't matter if we're having bad days. We show up, we show out, and you feel so much better after. You release so much. So we're going to talk about something that a lot of people have questions about and a lot of people are misinformed about, and that is nutrition. We definitely want to talk about a lot of like famous sayings like carbs aren't your enemy. True, not true. We want to talk about kind of like a disordered eating in the fitness culture, how we actually eat to fuel our bodies, our favorite go-to meals. So we're going to start with what we wish we knew about food. So what did you wish that you knew about food when you first started?
I wish I knew that healthy food doesn't have to be boring. Like it's not just, oh my gosh, let me eat it's white fish, chicken. Yes, like for a competition, you gotta eat what you have to eat. But just like lifestyle, there's so many, especially like with social media, TikTok, like YouTube, there's so many like recipes out there that you can try out. And I've tried them, probably almost all of them. And it makes eating healthy fun and different, not boring. So I really wish I knew that. I mean, I grew up eating pretty healthy, just my mom always cooking at home and when we were athletes. But I think because I got fed so much of it, I wanted more of the bad things. And then when I got into public school, that's when you were like,
let me eat everything that I could not eat.
You name it. Every fast food restaurant, it was bad.
Especially if everyone else around you is eating it. That's the hardest part too. And I think also because we attach so many emotions to food, it's also realizing that. I think especially going through like our preps for bodybuilding, but even just being in the gym more consistently, you kind of realize that you need this food, because if not, you won't lift as heavy. You won't do your best at the gym. So kind of just disconnecting your emotions from that food. Like we shouldn't be eating food to make us feel happy or sad. We should be eating food because we need this to fuel us, to make sure we have better workouts. I noticed that as soon as I started working out consistently and I would have a bad meal, I would go in and I feel terrible. I couldn't even complete the workout. My stomach is on fire. I'm just like, oh my God, what are we doing? So I kind of realized like, wow, like when I eat healthy, at first, I'm used to eating bad since I was younger. I'm like, sorry, Mom. But I was just kind of like ate whatever I wanted. It was more quick because I was always on the go. So it was just quick meals. So I really went like 0 to 100 with the dieting. But in the process, I kind of learned like, wow, like eating this food, it wasn't my favorite at first. I'm not going to lie. At first, I'm like, I don't want to eat chicken and rice. Like, ew, I want Chick-fil-A every day, you know? But I realized that when I would eat chicken and rice and when I eat like healthier meals and just choose better options, I would feel so much better every day. I would get enough sleep. I would wake up, and everyone would always ask me.
You feel good too, like
Everyone asked me like, how do you guys keep going? Like, how are you guys always doing all these things? Like, it's literally your diet. Like, what you eat totally affects your mood, affects everything in your life.
How late you eat, how much sleep you're getting, determines literally your whole performance the next day. And I did not believe that until I went.
So you go through it, right? You're literally like first time experiencing it. So
we've been through it, I don't even know how many times.
Exactly. So I feel like that's like everyone's question. A lot of people want like a quick and easy way to just lose weight or just kind of like see progress, but it's nutrition is going to be your best friend. Like once you realize and have like that healthy relationship with food, and like you said, finding things and making it fun. You don't have to eat boring meals all the time. Don't look at it as just each food, but look at it like all these ingredients that you have. What can you make with these ingredients? And I feel like I learned that especially from you, because you're like, don't look at it like I'm giving you what you should eat, but actually look at what goes into all those foods and make something out of it. You can make so many different things. So on that topic, what is your favorite go-to healthy snack or healthy meal?
Let's start with meal first. I would say I love a grilled chicken wrap. Have you ever had a grilled chicken wrap from Wendy's? Okay, they have like this grilled chicken wrap, and I was like, okay, how can I make this but
You make it.
Lower calorie, a little bit healthier, higher protein, because they give me like a little piece of grilled chicken like that. I'm like, okay, that's definitely not. It's like 5 grams.
Not many ounces, yeah.
If that. But yeah, I use like a low calorie tortilla, which they have at your local grocery store. I throw some chicken breast in there, and like there's so many different dressings, sauces that are like no added sugars or low sugar free, and you throw them in there, some shredded lettuce. Like I made the replica of that chicken wrap. And for snack, I would say, let's see, rice cakes. Like literally a caramel or just lightly salted rice cake with the PB2 and like sliced bananas or strawberries. Like I get pretty creative with my
rice cakes are fire.
I dress them up.
I didn't even know
toppings.
what rice cakes were. I'm telling you, I ate really bad, so I had no idea anything healthy. But at first I'm like, rice cakes, I've seen them, but I never thought to like eat them. I'm like, ew, I'm not gonna eat like a cake of like rice. Like to me it was just confusing.
It sounded weird.
It sounded weird. But as soon as she like told me about it and I started trying it, I'm addicted to rice cakes. Like I could eat them with anything. You can literally make them with anything. It's crazy like the amount of recipes that you can have with rice cakes. But they're really your best friend. And PB2, you don't know what PB2 is? Let them know what PB2 is.
PB2 is basically a powdered form of, I've never really tried it by itself. The powder, probably, don't do that. Don't dry scoop it, please.
You're supposed to mix it with water, okay?
So, exactly. So you mix it with like some water, not too much. Measure it right to get the consistency of like peanut butter. When you use it just with water, it's not.
It may not be the best.
It tastes like I just licked the back of a peanut. Just that sounds so bad.
The back of a peanut.
Just like,
it's just not sweet. Obviously,
not
we
sweet.
like the peanut butter because a lot of them are sweet because they have a lot of added sugar. That's why they make this PB2.
But if you add sugar-free syrup,
pro tip right here,
sugar-free syrup into your mixture, and you just little by little, a little bit of water, a little bit of syrup, a little bit of powder, until you mix until you get that consistency.
Chef's kiss, right?
Oh
there.
my gosh, so good, literally. Yeah. I honestly would take it over regular peanut butter.
Really?
For half the calories.
That's true.
Half the fat.
Yeah, and you can eat more of it. I'm like, still watch what you eat.
Yeah. Portion control.
Yeah, exactly. Anything to an extreme is bad. You eat way too healthy, it's bad. You eat way too not healthy, it's bad. So it's everything in moderation, people. That's just the game of life, right?
Yes, it is.
I feel like my snack that I kind of learned like going through a prep, which we'll kind of talk about like our bodybuilding experiences later, is probably like an egg white pancake. I didn't realize that I can make pancakes with egg white, protein powder. I don't remember what else. You can look up multiple recipes, but I didn't think that I could make a pancake out of that. I'm like, no, I need to make it out of batter in a box. No, you don't. You can literally make the ingredients yourself.
So easy. And
it'll taste so good. Like she said, sugar-free syrup, your best friend. Fire. And there's just a lot of different alternatives that you can just make yourself. I'm not really a cooking kind of person. I'm trying to get there, but it made me love being in the kitchen because you really can create things, and you don't realize that you can until you look at your ingredients. You're like, wow, like what can I make? And with all the features that we have out now, you can literally ask Google to make you something, and it'll make it for you. So that's what's super cool about that.
Yeah.
Quick outfit change because my guest was a little hot here. Okay,
sweaty in the
but we also
wanted... show some.
But we also wanted to show you guys what we were talking about. So this is PB2, our favorite.
Okay, and then we have these ones. You got to be careful. Don't be eating the whole stack. I already did that, and I felt like really bad the next day. Because
to moderation, people.
To moderation. But let's open these bad boys up. I just need one right now because I feel a
little hungry. We haven't ate, so. You also can't be doing that, okay? We're gonna take this little snack break to answer a few of you guys' questions. So I'm excited. You're gonna just hear her crunching. So I'm excited to answer some of your guys' questions, and I want Bella to answer some questions too. So the first question is, are supplements actually worth it? I will start since you were chewing. For me, I have some important supplements. I haven't tried them all, so I can't personally say they're worth it or not. To me, those ones I choose are worth it for me, and I feel like they do improve my performance and just kind of keep me going. But my top two are probably going to be BCAAs. You need BCAAs for sure. They just keep you hydrated. They keep you going. and probably protein. I mean, protein is like, that's supplement that's just, you need it. You need that shake. It's just quick, easy. Obviously, you always want to have real protein and you want to have meat, but if you need something quick and you need to just get that protein in, a protein shake's always the way to go. And if you have a sweet tooth like me, chocolate protein shake, that healed me. What do you think?
I agree with you. Like literally those exact supplements. For me, I switched over from whey protein to vegan because my gut, I just went too hard on it for a while. So I was like, let me give my gut a break and let's switch over to vegan. And so far that's been doing good. The Blessed brand is fire.
Blessed is fire.
And the flavoring on that, fire. We're not sponsored. I'm just being nice.
One day, guys,
One day,
okay?
maybe.
We do giveaways.
If this video blows up.
Oh my, you guys better like this video, okay?
But vegan protein, for sure. Glutamine, for sure, for recovery. I definitely love taking a greens powder just for like digestion.
I think supplements are very like specific to the person. You kind of have to see what works for you. Some supplements that I like might not be what works for her, but they just work for me. So it's kind of just in that process of like getting to know your body and seeing what works. I know when I first started, I also did a lot of fat burners. We would take heat. So it's like a fat burner pill.
Global formulas.
Global formulas. We love global formulas around here. But he definitely helped me because sometimes when I was working out, especially during upper body days, I wouldn't really sweat. And I'm like, why am I not sweating? And I would take heat and it would make me sweat. It would keep my heart rate up. That's another thing. I feel like when you get used to a lot of training, it's really hard to get your heart rate up.
Yes.
So it was definitely something that helped
for sure.
to keep my heart rate up. I also used to take, or I still kind of take, depending on where I am in like my training, but also like kind of like a carb breaker. It kind of breaks down carbs when I'm having like a really big meal. Just overall like your digestion. So you kind of have to see like if you digest food easily, you may not need some of these. If you don't, or like me, if you sweat, you don't sweat, you kind of need specific things. But obviously like your top two or basic ones are BCAAs, protein, you said glutamine, any kind of like green powder is good. So I say they work. I think they work, and obviously everything like anything in life, consistency. Actually taking it every day, not just taking it once a month and expecting results. You also can't do that. Everything's gonna work when you do it all together. So you're gonna see results when you're eating right, taking supplements, training, drinking water, all of the above, right?
And also it depends on what phase you're in. If you're in a cutting phase, your supplements are a little bit different as to when you're in a bulking phase or like maintenance. And I also like to just take like a couple days off or a couple weeks off of certain supplements like pre-workout because my body will get used to it. And like even with the heat, I'm like, okay, I'm not feeling it as much, so I'll take like honestly just a couple days off, and then right when I'm back on it, I'm like, oh, here it is.
Yeah, because you don't want to abuse the supplement. You don't want to take so much that it's not even doing anything to you anymore. Your body's used to it, so just take your breaks from it. It's just like anything, right? Definitely for beginners, the less supplements, the better. You want to kind of just like raw dog your body, you know? You want to like slowly get into it, see what works, okay? And then from there, kind of like add on slowly. I feel like that's what a lot of people struggle with, is that they try to go full force with like a million supplements. You don't even know what you're taking. You don't know what's working, what's not, because you're taking so many. So it's like little by little, just see what works and see what doesn't. Yeah. All right, our last question that we're gonna answer. I had a broken nail. I don't want this shit.
You had a broken nail?
I don't think you will.
My toenail broke halfway. Like, what do I do about that?
You don't do anything.
I don't? What do I?
Get acrylics on it? All right. Okay, so we're gonna go to the second question.
Yes.
This is a good one. I feel like a lot of people ask us this question too. Okay, after taking a break, what's the best workout or strategy to lose weight / fat quick?
So first things first.
First things first. Quick. Nothing comes quick in life. We know this.
And no hate on any, gym influencers, because we're not trying to get attacked. But, please. But those, like, where they're like, lose weight or lose 15 pounds in 3 weeks in like a short time frame. They're just trying to sell you on the program or whatever it is that they're trying to get you to click on their page, which that's the whole point of when you're a content creator. But I'm not saying all of them are like that, because there are some that are very real with you and they'll tell you really how it is, just like we're about to tell you, there's no quick way. There's no like overnight, there's no 1 week, there's no 1 month. The first 4 weeks you're gonna see a little bit of a change, but there's no like quick way. So going back to that question, depends how much you fell off and for how long. But I would say ease your way back in. So like obviously don't go full force.
I think that's what everyone does right away, and that's why you fall off again, because you're going 0 to 100. Like, it's really hard to do that. Some people can. Some people totally can, but that's like really hard to do.
But they go to a speed to where it's like not even maintainable, and that's what makes them burn out and quit. I went through it with prep. Like it. Yeah. We're telling you, the longer, the more patience, the better, because our bodies are very sensitive. So if we go 0 to 100, us as females, like our hormones are all over the place. They get thrown off. It's very important not to think like, oh my God, is there a quick way to lose 10 pounds, or is it a quick way to bounce back? But like I said, slow your way into the workout. Start with like 3 days a week. It depends. Like I said, it depends how long you've been off. Pace your workouts. Obviously, don't throw your back out and go super heavy. And same thing with food. Like really don't go full blast into like a super strict diet. Like ease your way into it. Yeah. Ease your way into it. Because you want to enjoy the process at the end of the day. You don't want to be miserable. And like we've been there.
You've been there. And I 100% agree. Like she said, ease into it. There's not really a quick way, but if there's the best way, it's definitely take it day by day. Even with the nutrition is going to be 100% what you need to focus on. But even with that, don't try to just meal prep the next day, because it's probably you're not going to last on it. So everything, just start little by little. Start doing just like your breakfast, eating back healthier, like different meals, making smarter choices, and then going back to a full program. Because once you try to just go straight into a program, going back to 7 days a week of training, it just does not work out. It doesn't. We've tried it. We've been there. Like I said, we've done that. It doesn't work out. Maybe for some people it does, but you really just have to take it slow and just lock back in. That's it. Yeah. Come on, let's go. All right, we're gonna move on to our last 2 questions. So this question says, what are good no-calorie drink options besides water?
Ooh, I love the Diet Snapple. But I'm gonna be real, it does make you a little bit bubbly inside. It does, just a little bit. Just pace yourself. Don't drink the whole the big size bottle. Learn from experience.
Like, we gotta go with the number 1, Crystal Light. You can add Crystal Light to anything. You can add it to water. There's so many like 0-calorie packets, like iced tea, peach iced tea. There's the different Crystal Lights, like the pink lemonade, and it's really strong. Actually, literally so strong. Just throw it in water, and it's not even water anymore. It's fire.
Bomb. I would say obviously Diet Coke. Again, moderation. Let's see. If you want caffeine, the Ghost energy drinks. There's so many energy drinks, but stay away from those because they're not good for you. Honestly, there's so many options. Diet Lemonade, the Minute Maid brand, they have a diet version. But like honestly, you have more variety to go off of with Crystal Light, because they got everything. Sweet tea, peach tea, freaking watermelon, whatever you want. But yeah, those are your options. And if you want to go out and you want a little drink, you can use Crystal Light. They're like this little bit. They're like this size.
You take it in your purse and you squeeze it in whatever you would like.
Vodka, soda,
anything. Yeah.
Anything. So
instead of getting like the sweeteners that they put in it.
Game changer.
All right, last question. Can you lose a post-baby apron belly without a tummy tuck? Just diet and exercise.
Ooh, good question. Good question. Yes. It's not going to it depends on the person. It's not going to completely, I would say, get rid of it. But it can for sure improve and reduce it. Right. With diet and consistent diet, consistent exercise.
I definitely agree with just keeping consistency at the gym overall with your diet, number 1, your nutrition, but also in the gym, consistent cardio. Get on that cardio if you want to lose fat. You need to do cardio. Diet and exercise definitely can't modify your skin. That's not what it does. It's not going to change, your stretch marks or tighten your skin. But there's definitely a lot of body sculpting and a lot of different techniques that they use to tighten that skin. That's definitely effective. We've seen a lot of women at our gym personally that have gotten like tightening and different like and different body sculpting methods that have really tightened their skin, and like
it's really made a difference.
It really has.
And you save a lot more money. It just depends on the person and what you want it to like revert back to. But I don't believe you need surgery unless it's just like completely like you've done everything and there's still like a little loose skin and you see it and it's visible, then I would consider a tummy tuck. But like, don't just go get it because
like try it out.
Don't
like
believe you can
nutrition,
lose it. Try it out.
Gym, the radio frequency, like the different kind of body sculpting, and wear a waist trainer. Like, let's go. Let's try these things first, and let's try to save money and like really work for that instead of going through some little shortcuts.
And that's like the issue nowadays is like everybody wants just like a quick fix, and we're guilty of it too. Like because everyone wants like the easy way, and there's no easy way. And just like getting the surgery, there's pros and cons, because if you don't keep up after the surgery, we've seen multiple women who have gotten multiple surgeries, yet they go and stop working out and they start eating bad and it comes back.
Right, like you also have to think about the after. It's not a fix, a permanent fix. No. Yes, it's gonna fix, but it's also gonna require you to still stay consistent on the diet, stay on the gym. You wanna, like take care of what you just paid for. So also keep that in mind, that it's not gonna just be something that you can do instead of the gym. You're still gonna have to gym, so you might as well try do the gym first, and if not, then either way you're gonna have to still do the gym, right?
Yes. So to answer your question, yes, it is possible to for sure reduce it, and there are ways to tighten it. So try it out. Try a diet. Try getting on that fitness journey, getting on your cardio, and trying out those different body sculpting methods that people offer out there, those services out there, and see where it takes you.
Yeah. And if you guys want any specific advice or recommendations, anything, please feel free to message either of us. We'd be more than happy to help you and give you our input or experience, especially as like the clients that we have. We hear from their stories, we see where they come from. So it's not just experience from us, but experience that we know from others that we could definitely help you out with. So
you got a question, and we for sure have every answer in the book for you.
Yeah. All right, on to our last little segment. All right, so Bella's gonna tell me a little bit about her bodybuilding experience, what even is bodybuilding, and why she wanted to do it.
So,
Hello.
When I got inspired when I started going to Empower Fitness and started working out, because my mom has been coaching for many, many years. And growing up, I would always see them walk on stage, and I was like, oh, like that's cool. But then again, I was young and I was like, I don't want to do that. But then when I started going to the gym, I started watching them pose and seeing like their transformations, and I was like, wow, like I can do that. And at the time, there was nobody my age that was doing it, so it was like, in a way, I wasn't really intimidated. I was more excited and like, let me be one of the first ones to try it out and see what I can look like. At the time, 17 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yes. And bodybuilding, we could both answer this question. Bodybuilding is a sport. It is a sport. Okay. And it honestly gets hated on a lot because they say it's like unhealthy.
But people aren't informed about it, because I thought the exact same thing. I was like, I don't want to look like that. I don't want to like, but it's just a temper. Like I said, it's a sport. You train for it. You train a specific way for it. So you look a specific way for that time being. And then once you're done, you go back to it. Yes, there is a lot of like mental things that we go through and that we can talk a little bit about. It's not all like rainbows and butterflies, but it's like anything. Even professional athletes go through lows in their sport. So it's kind of realizing that and doing your own research on it, and kind of like also making sure you have like a good path, a good coach, a good team.
Yes, and bodybuilding it's a work of art. It is a fascinating thing to see, and the sport is not for the weak. It is a very hard and intense sport. It's like another job. It requires a lot of discipline, strength, and it's grown so much over the years, and I really have a lot of respect for that sport. Yes.
You got a special guest because she wants to be part of the convo.
Oh, she's timid right now.
Oh, this is Ginger. Hi, Ginger. Hi, Gingy.
Do you have anything to say?
So.
Do you have anything to say?
Ginger, you just crashed our podcast.
Okay. That's it? Do you have anything to say to the camera? Alright.
Okay.
Alright. Goodbye.
Okay, so back to our bodybuilding conversation. Let's talk a little bit about like a high and a low that we had during one of our shows.
Okay, so let's start with high. A high is definitely when I competed for the first time, because that first time getting like all glammed up and looking at yourself, putting your bikini on, because the bikini is so beautiful. Putting it on, your high heels, your makeup's done, your hair's done.
Adrenaline rush.
You're nervous, but like when I looked at myself in the mirror and realized like I'm really doing this, I almost got like emotionally like
everything you worked for, right?
Yes, like just like super proud of yourself. It's a very impactful feeling and moment for yourself, because you're like, wow, like I'm really doing this, and I survived. I made it through.
Yeah.
So that was definitely a high. And another high I would say is like receiving your stage shots and seeing like how good you looked, and you're like, oh my god, that's literally me.
Yeah.
And videos or whoever's recording. And a high is also like getting that first bite of a cookie,
the food after,
like whatever you
it's
like
crazy.
After. Oh, it's
all
like,
the feels in that first bite,
it's
that
like
first
love.
sweet.
Making love to the
donut,
cookie. The crumble cookie,
to the crumble,
or what is it? OCD cookies.
The OCD cookies.
Oh my god,
yeah.
So good.
There's like these big fat cookies that they give you at the end of the show.
So good.
And you are just so excited just to eat anything at that point. That first bite of that cookie is heaven. So it's
Heavenly.
Amazing. All right, what about a low?
Okay, a low I would say, for sure, the post show experience, the emotions, and like not having that goal in front of you, like, oh, I'm X amount of weeks out. You're kind of just like, I don't have a goal. So it's like very mental after that. Very, very mental. Honestly, that part itself is harder than the prep journey, I would, in my opinion, just because you were restricted with eating for so long, and then like you finish, and then you don't have a show like to
kind of like back to reality, like, wait, what do I do now?
And
right?
You're kind of like, well, I can eat whatever I want anyway. And so it's just like, developing that like healthy relationship with food, which we'll get on another episode. We'll talk about like post-show moments that we go through, like after you compete,
for sure.
Like body dysmorphia, like slowly seeing like the body fat kind of come back, and really accepting that like your body, when you go on stage, that body fat is not maintainable.
Realistic, yeah.
You cannot stay on that, and it's not healthy, especially if you're in your 20s and you're still developing as a woman. It's not good for any woman, any age. But yeah, that's a whole other episode, the whole body dysmorphia and like post-show thoughts and like the mentality that you're supposed to have post-show. But that's definitely another low that I would say.
Yeah, so like she said, we'll definitely have an episode where we kind of go full depth, especially if that's something that interests you guys. We definitely want to talk more about specifics and judging, and kind of more of like a show day, kind of walk you through that.
Yeah.
For me, I definitely agree with you. One of my highs is definitely show day. It's so fun to just get ready again. I feel like I haven't gotten ready like that in such a long time, and I'm a girly girl, so I love, the hair, makeup, the bling, the jewelry, and just knowing that I worked for all of it. It is super nerve-wracking, I'm not gonna lie, and you never feel like you're ready, especially like leading up to it. You don't feel like you're ready for it, but as soon as you hit the stage and like all the adrenaline rushes, you're just happy that you went through this journey. I remember when I first was going to compete, I was very nervous, and it was something that I didn't think I could do. especially kind of being told that you're going to do this in X amount of weeks. I was like, there is no way I can do that. So I think that's so rewarding when you actually get there. You're like, wow, I could do this. So you can do anything. You can do anything you set your mind to. But yes, definitely one of my lows is going to be, you know, like the getting closer to the end of your prep. You definitely feel a lot more stressed. You are tired. Your energy is at zero, especially being like a full-time student. My brain is gone. It is zero. It has flown away. And that's definitely the hardest part.
Like, honestly, don't trust yourself towards the end.
Yeah.
The last 4 weeks, your brain's out the door.
You're
the
gone.
last week, you don't even have a brain.
You don't.
You really don't. Forget about it. Don't even try to think.
Don't even try to drive. Don't try to drive.
I left my phone in the refrigerator thinking it was like my meal prep. I don't even know. Or like,
I think I've done that too.
I'm like, where's my phone at? Where's my phone at? Or I'll have my phone literally in my hands and I'm like, where's my phone? Like, hello, the amount of red lights
scary
I ran,
at the end.
you can't even imagine. Like, the amount of red lights I ran was really scary.
My PD, if you're watching, you're not watching.
Don't just keep scrolling. But yeah, definitely those last weeks, like, don't, like, literally forget about your brain. Your brain is somewhere else. It's in heaven, and it will come back. It will, with when body fat comes back. But all you can rely on at that time is literally your heart.
Your heart. That's
literally your heart. That's all.
Yeah. But it's worth it, guys. We promise. It's super fun. Yeah, but thank you guys so much for watching.
That concludes this episode.
Yeah. We hope that you enjoyed it. Definitely want to be more consistent. I'm sorry, guys. It took me 1 whole year to post. But like I said, sometimes we just can't do it all. You can't.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited that I have more time to focus on this and really just spread awareness, spread information, positivity, encouragement, anything that we can spread. We are hoping to do that. So if this resonates with your soul, please share it, like, comment, subscribe, you know.
Follow She's All That.
Yeah, we are here to encourage women 1 rep at a time and 1 real combo at a time. So
yep, and stay tuned for the next episode. It's gonna be
spicy. Hey, bye.
Bye.